If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture on gate measurement series. So today we will be solving question number 46, 47, 48, 49 and then 50. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay student, in question number 46, the Kelvin double bridge is best suited for the measurement of. I think this question doesn't need any explanation. You know it very well. The Kelvin double bridge, it is always given for very low resistance measurement. So it is option C always. So I am not going to explain this one. You can read it, and it is the most important questions or most common questions in resistance measurement. Kelvin double bridge is for very low resistance. 47. A potentiometer is basically S. So you know potentiometer. We have done this question of potentiometer where it is on this one DC potentiometer where it is on balancing of the balancing of the voltage in the given voltage and the voltage across that wire, at what position it is balanced. That means when you will see balance means the deflector when it is at null position. So that's what it is known as null type deflection. There will be no deflection at that point. So it is null type. Deflection type means which will give deflection to indicate the reading. Here it will be, you will stop the experiment or you will say it is the reading when it is giving null instrument, null deflection. So it is a null type. So 47B. 48. The transfer instrument employed in standardization of polar type AC potentiometer. Now in AC potentiometer you have two types. One is of polar type. So these AC potentiometers that has to need to be calibrated. Calibrated standardization means before you applying, so it has to be calibrated. And this AC potentiometer difference is than DC to DC measures only magnitude. AC it will measure magnitude and phase, it can measure both. So before using you have to calibrate it. So that is known as standardization. So this standardization is done for DC and AC both. So both, first it is done for DC, then it is done for AC. So both this standardization is done. So you need to use some instrument, one instrument like that which can measure both. So moving coil will not be the answer, obviously either A, B, C. So there is a confusion between B and C. In some cases you will find dynamometer, in some cases in the one find thermal instrument, but thermal instrument will be the proper answer because thermal instrument basically is a thermocouple type, so which will also introduce thermo EMF. So in DC potentiometer you have already seen here. There is a why it is a average reading you take by reversing it to nullify that thermal EMF. So as there is also a thermal EMF concept in AC potentiometer, so we need a thermo EMF instrument which can tackle that situation. You can remember it in this way, think it, but a instrument which can use for both DC AC, that has to be used. So that's why thermal instrument, you remember it in that way because it is also done on thermoelectric effect and because it is a junction point of metals, and here also it is some metal junctions are there. So it is option B, 48. The figure shows the input attenuator of a multimeter. The meter reads full scale 12 volt at M. If you give 12 volt, it will read full scale with the range of switch at B. If you keep it at B, it will read full voltage. Okay. To obtain full scale deflection with the given range, the switch position at D. Suppose now want to keep the position at D, keep your switch at D. What should be the supply voltage? What should be the supply voltage if you want to keep D, if you want to get the full voltage? So let me take what is the full voltage first. First they told you that if I give 12 volt and if I keep my selector switch at B, I will get full voltage. Selector switch B means I will get this much voltage I will get. This is the output side you can think, or this is the meter side, this is the input side. So if you give 12 volt, what is the voltage that gives me full reading? So that voltage has to be obtained when it is at D. Then you have to check what voltage you need to give. So first let me calculate what is the voltage that I am getting. VB 49 VB when I am applying 12 volt. So if you apply 12 volt there, what are the voltage you will get? This is voltage division. Out of this, all this resistance, it is voltage division. So let me take everything in mega. So it will be out of B means 1.2 plus 0.6 mega plus 0.12 mega plus 0.06 mega plus 0.02 mega divided by 2 mega, 6 mega, 1.2 mega, 0.6 mega, 0.12 mega, 0.06 mega and then 0.02 mega. That if you do, it will come around 2.4 volt. So that means I got idea. If I get 2.4 for this side, that will give me full deflection. So at D you need full deflection. So your voltage at VD should be equal to 2.4. So what should be your input voltage so that it comes? Denominator is same because it is voltage division, so same thing will be in the denominator. Numerator will change because in denominator up to this much will come on. This much voltage it will get. So it will be 0.12 plus 0.06 plus 0.02 divided by same thing. So if you do this one, you will find this is equal to 120. So that is your answer. Now if you come to question number 50, the Kelvin double bridge is best suited for the measurement. Again you know, this is again same question is repeated. So Kelvin double bridge, very standard question for resistor. First you have Wheatstone bridge, then you modify it Kelvin double bridge. So it is for resistance of very low value, where the needle, what is the idea in Kelvin double bridge? This resistance that in the connecting wires, that is nullified in double bridge, because that will affect in case of because that will also have resistance. So if your measuring value is very low, if you add some more resistance, it will be much more error. So resistance of very low value, so that resistance of the connecting wire is nullified. So that's why we use Kelvin double bridge. So resistance of very low value. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.